Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Apocalypse. I am your host, Lubu. We are going to be exploring all of the different scenarios out here tonight. The desert, water world, Pirates of Dark Water, Borderlands, Steven Universe, whatever you can think of as your apocalypse. We got it here tonight. It's going to be a party. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into these wonderful cosplayers. Repo, the Genetic Opera, one of my favorites, mostly because I want new legs, and Repo gives me that option. But do you see the Repo scenario as an actual outcome in society eventually down the road? We do know of black market organ dealing and things like that. Do you think it could become a thing that is legal and prominent?
That's a good question. You know, I mean, plastic surgery is in vogue. It's only going to get bigger. And I think if there's a market for it, there's always going to be somebody who needs it, and I think it'll spring up regardless.
Just let me go down. What was the theme when you guys were putting these outfits together? Was there something you were working towards? Was there an aesthetic that you had in your mind? He seems a little more like a guerrilla war type fighter. You have a lot of Native American type stuff on. Did you guys think about that in advance?
Yeah, I would like to get a little bit more specific. It's actually more African inspired.
Okay.
Because one thing that you don't see in a lot of post-apocalyptic stuff is more Afrocentric things. So I wanted to combine a little bit of both to it, and kind of go with a more witch doctor feel to it.
I love that. I'm a very big fan of witch doctors. I think they're the best. What job skills do you guys have that you can bring to the post-apocalypse world?
I have an axe.
Okay.
And my father has been training me for the apocalypse since I was a child. So
that makes sense.
I think I'm pretty much ready.
That's good.
Well, I have been training with my Grunkle Ford and Grunkle Stan, and they are very intelligent, and I am too. I've gained a lot of knowledge from them.
And I've got this awesome chainsaw right here, you know, in case you run into like a piñata.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Did you guys have anything to add that you wanted to talk about?
My idea was somewhat similar to hers. I tried to get a more Mexicana style as a Mexican American, and a lot of, again, post-apocalyptic is very Eurocentric. And I just wanted to add a little bit of touch and flair here and there with accessories like turquoise and Mexican silver. All my jewelry is Mexican silver, and I just wanted to incorporate that.
That's very awesome. I think that's very cool.
I looked in my closet and saw what I had.
Trio, you're a man of few words. Do you guys feel like Mad Max is a good interpretation of the potential of post-apocalypse, or do you see like maybe something Fallout is more likely? Well, listen, I mean, no one wants the apocalypse except for me. I'd love it. But
I want the apocalypse.
yeah, high five. Car War.
Yes. Car Wars.
Do you want Waterworld? I think Waterworld. I'm pretty hyped for Waterworld. I think Pirates of the Dark Water is my favorite post-apocalyptic cartoon. We're all pirates now, baby. Let's fucking do some shit. And then we get monkey birds. So, do you guys have any job skills currently in real life that would transition over well into the post-apocalypse?
Big time. I am a firefighter, and I'm also the forcible entry specialist at my job. No one knows it more than me.
What's the man you want in your squad?
I can break into any building, commercial or residential, no bravado.
There you go.
Thanks to Augusta Lock Sports, I can also pick locks via lock picking kits. So that's an added skill there. Go for it.
I'm a marketing specialist and a graphic designer, so I'd probably make signs or something like that. Or, you know, try to make the wasteland great again, as they say in New Atlanta. So
make the wasteland great again in New Atlanta?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a thing. The Sons of Liberty don't fuck around. What about you?
I'm a paramedic and a bit of a wild card.
So this is a squad.
I can provide med services and...
So you guys have literally built an actual squad for the apocalypse. For the folks watching on YouTube, could you introduce yourselves? And if you have a name for these outfits, by all means, or just describe what you got on.
Well, we're the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I am obviously death.
Okay.
This is famine. Next to her is war. And then we have pestilence.
I love this. Junkrat and Roadhog, notorious Australian eco-terrorists, I believe is the word used in the describing. Yeah, exactly. So you're the four horsemen. Where do you hit first in the world? Just you know, my friend wanted to know. I'm asking for a friend. Where do y'all plan on landing first?
At home, that's right, here in Atlanta.
Is that Atlanta?
Home of the Walking Dead, but you never know what form it's going to take. Zombie apocalypse, CDC blowing up.
Well, I happen to know that the exact opposite side of the earth is Southwest China, so I will see you all there. So we've talked a lot with a lot of people about Fallout being in the South, if they ever do a Fallout in Atlanta. Do you feel like you have the job skills to survive in a Fallout Atlanta scenario?
Oh, I certainly do. There's actually a role-playing group called Fallout New Atlanta that does an RPG.
Earlier,
yeah, those guys are fantastic. I'm part of them as well.
Okay, but how are you going to survive?
How am I going to survive? It's going to be very hot,
okay,
but I'm going to do my best to scavenge as many bottle caps out of the wasteland as I can,
okay,
while just killing as many raiders as I can. And that seems to be a pretty good way to go.
I thought you were going to say you were an AC mechanic, and it's like,
yeah,
really
yeah, for sure.
But I'm the last living air conditioning mechanic.
I'm in very high demand in my air conditioning
literally
business.
The only one. What skills do you have that's going to save you in the Fallout world of Atlanta?
Well, I try to dump most of my points in gear strength.
Okay.
Ditch that intelligence to the wind.
No knowledge of medicine or animal skinning or cooking.
Brute power.
Brute power. That's how you get a sweet hammer like this. You just nothing breaks the skull like another skull. That's science. I read that in a Grognak the Barbarian comic book. And what are y'all doing post-apocalypse? Hey, I mean, I'm surprised you survived.
We're defeating the Batman. You didn't know.
He's dead.
He's murdered.
Here's the thing about the apocalypse that a lot of people forget. There's not a lot of buildings left standing. And so it's very hard for a man who spends most of his time leaping from them, Spider-Mans, your Batmans, those guys lose a lot of work.
That's how we did him in.
That's how you did them in. Set off the dirty bomb.
That's right. Bring the buildings down on top of the bat.
There you go, on top of the bat.